Someone is finally shutting up Christine Noem. And thank God. Because not only is the Trump administration literally going to war with US citizens right now, but they are going to war with the truth that the media is reporting about, that very war that Trump is waging. We saw J.D. Vance today blame the press for inciting violence and creating unrest, when maybe it's the untrained and unqualified, out-of-control ICE agents. But that's exactly why Ari Melber kicked Kristi Noem off the air, shut her up, and then made very clear she's a liar. We're going to get into it all. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already, and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button because it goes a long way in supporting our work. Now, it's not just Ari Melber who is shutting up Kristi Noem. One of the most important denunciations of NOEM just happened now. And it came from Congressman Jared Moskowitz, and which he slammed Christine Noem for caring more about her clothes than human life.
Within minutes of the shooting, went on TV and called it domestic terrorism. What, is she hiding her face like her ICE agents now? She can't show her face either? By the way, is this what the $800 billion went to? Every day we see her after there's some new tragedy in Homeland, she's wearing a different outfit with a different hat. I mean, come on, guys, she looks ridiculous. She's not just an embarrassment to the country. She's an embarrassment to you and the president. Okay, she deserves to be removed from her job by the president, and if not, impeached. Not just for her complete failures in Homeland, but her destruction of FEMA. She's not even running the department. You guys know this. You guys know she's not running Homeland. Your governors and you all, when you need your FEMA money, you don't call NOEM, you call Corey. You know she's not running the place. She's a complete and utter embarrassment. By the way, every Homeland Secretary has come in front of this committee once a Congress. I'd like to know the date she's coming. When is she coming?
When is she coming?
When is she coming? By the way, do you know Pam Bondi has not come in front of this committee? Do you know she's the only secretary to not appear in front of a committee yet? When is she coming? What's the date on the calendar that she's coming? You know what? Let's make it easy. I want to make a motion to subpoena Pam Bondi.
Second.
To this committee.
Third, fourth, fifth.
How much are we going to...
The gentleman is not recognized for that motion. However, the chair will advise as to the Attorney General coming for, as they do routinely.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. But where is the Attorney General, the only secretary to not appear, okay, in front of a committee? The only one. We're into year 2 of this Congress, and we've not had the Attorney General in front of this committee. How much are we going to weaken Article 1 of the Constitution while you guys remain in power? I watch you twist yourself into pretzels trying to defend this.
Finally, someone said it. Let's be real. Kristi Noem and everyone in this administration is so deeply insecure. Donald Trump didn't just get people to work for his administration who love being on television and hate actually doing their jobs. He made sure he got people as insecure as him that they are willing to do political theater all the time that they are. They're hyping themselves up. They're puffing out their chest, pretending that they're strong individuals. They are the opposite of that. They are weak. They are insecure. And they need to be held accountable. And finally, we are seeing that from the media. But we are also seeing it from Democrats in Congress moving forward with articles of impeachment against Kristi Noem and letting her know, along with everyone else in this criminal administration, you will be held accountable.
You better believe that accountability is coming. Here's what it looks like. The masks are coming off. Identification is coming out. Immunity is going to be stripped. And to Kristi Noem, Tom Cashbag Homan, and Greg Bovino, your asses are going to be in these witness chairs.
This is the only thing that they understand. Let's be real. It is the only thing that they understand is fear and intimidation. Telling them to save your emails, save your phone records, save anything you've written down. Do not delete video. Jeffrey Epstein, You know, prison cell recording. Oh, missing minute style. No, and don't expect that shit's gonna work. They're already doing it in Minneapolis. Tim Wall said today that it's gonna be difficult to carry out this investigation because they're already deleting video. But that is not going to happen. They will be held accountable. But it really does start with the media. Which is why I was so glad to see Ari Melba cut off a Kristi Noem press conference and just explain why she's a liar.
We have seen homicides go up by over 50%. That's also during Mayor Fry's tenure as well. Since President Trump took office, Governor Walz has released over 470 violent criminals back onto the streets here in Minneapolis.
We've been listening to Secretary Kristi Noem give that briefing there, her first formal briefing devoted to this. She made several assertions there, including saying that a mob was blocking the officers in and that they view this as an effort to weaponize and run over the officer. The video, which we played several times tonight, does not show the car going at the officer, but rather making the turn to the right. She said they view this as an attempt to kill or cause bodily harm. That's the very legal standard I mentioned earlier, which is the only legal justification for using that kind of force. The ICE agent shot this individual in the face, killing her, and then she discussed how they view this as domestic terror attacks. There is a wide gap between the available evidence and what local officials are saying, including one we heard tonight, and Kristi Noem's claims on behalf of the Trump administration. We will monitor the rest of that press conference if there is news. She shifted from details today, which we did broadcast, to a wider set of policy arguments, including their disagreements.
Everybody in the media needs to be doing this. Everybody. Right now, the right is trying to go to war, as they always have been. But in this specific story of the truth of the matter, saying that it was a domestic terrorism attack, which is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard, saying that the police officers were justified, that this person who had her life stolen, Renee, good, that she was a criminal. It is insane to think that a woman trying to drive away from ICE agents harassing her is a criminal. But also, MAGA, do you not hear yourself? Cops don't get to murder people in the streets even if they have committed crimes. Especially not ICE agents who are not law enforcement. They have no real training. They have no real qualifications. The point is that they don't. I think that's something that a lot of people are waking up to. The fact that the point of all of this is chaos, is unrest, is distrust. Donald Trump and his administration want us to believe that not only does the government not work for us, that fundamentally it is after us, that they want to surveil you, that they want to police you. We saw a woman giving an interview on the street calling out Donald Trump's illegal strike on Venezuela, which has cost hundreds of lives that we know of so far. So, it wasn't a totally perfect operation. And she was speaking out against the administration on local news. They want us to be scared. They want to break up the communities. They want us to be worried of speaking out. That is the entire point of this. And they're not going to be able to do it in some coordinated fashion. They understand that they need the chaos, that they thrive on it, that the daily distractions and the look over there is what allows them to get away with so much. These are deeply broken people doing deeply, deeply dangerous, deranged, disgusting things. That's what Donald Trump's administration is all about. It's not just the Botox filling Kristi Noem's face that's getting to her head. It is this belief that she can go unchecked, not face accountability, do whatever she wants. That's baked into the fabric of this administration. They really do believe from day one that they could run free. And why? Well, it's because Donald Trump started his administration by saying, if you commit acts of violence for me, I got your back. January 6th riders, you get a pardon. Anyone who inflicts pain on my enemies, I will back you up. But, as Eric Swalwell said, there will be accountability. That is also what we are seeing called down by Congresswoman Yasmin on Sorry of Christine O'Malley, and a clip you're going to want to check out.
Just days ago, ICE agents detained 2 day laborers outside a Home Depot in Phoenix, briefly detaining a U.S. citizen in the process. These people are not criminals. This isn't law enforcement. This is a federal agency operating outside of its mandate, using fear as a tactic to spread fear and chaos in our neighborhoods. And it's no coincidence, because Stephen Miller is rapidly hiring tens of thousands of new ICE agents. Many are poorly trained. Many have troubling backgrounds, all to meet this reckless mass deportation agenda that he has set out. We've been sounding the alarm for well over a year, and now the worst has happened. An American woman has died. That is why I'm introducing legislation to rein in ICE, demand transparency, and stop the unchecked funding that enables these abuses. I'm also joining as an original co-sponsor in an effort led by my colleague, Congresswoman Robin Kelly, to introduce articles of impeachment against Kristi Noem, the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. I urge my colleagues, Democrats and Republicans alike, to join us. A woman has been murdered. Silence is no longer neutrality, it is complicity. We must rein in ICE, we must demand accountability, and we must protect our communities from this abuse of power.
There will be accountability. There must be impeachments. I hate that. I'm already hearing some Democrats say, just so you know, I know that it's probably best that we go after the right. Right now, that's what we focus on. But when I see Democrats screwing up, I have to say it. We can't do this thing where we say, well, you know, I don't know how popular an impeachment hearing will be. Or is that going to distract us from talking about, you know, Medicare? If Christine O'Malley is letting people be killed in the streets, she needs to be impeached. And there is we're going to have a real negotiation about ICE's budget. That should be the budget. Nothing for Botox, nothing for murderers, nothing for private G4s, nothing abolish ICE. It's not a radical position, it's the only position. It's what we're going to continue to say on this show. If you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button. Leave a like on this video. If you stuck around at the end, drop a blue heart in the comments. Keep on fighting, y'all. Don't let them silence you, and until next time, I'll see you soon.